Hi, and welcome back to my playthrough of Darkest Night. There was much going on during the last episode, and of course I missed one or two little items, but thanks to all of you out there who made me aware of my little things I kept forgetting, I will definitely try to repair them now as good as I can. The first thing that I forgot was that when the rogue attacked the Licht during the first round of the last video, he failed, as you might remember. And he definitely suffered a wound from that, or basically I spent a grace in order not to lose a wound. And we'll roll now the 2 bonus dice. My problem now is this corruption blight over there, which let him use no bonuses. And I'm really thinking of, as a kind of a penalty, try to have it in mind, because I really don't know if it was present at this time or not. I believe it was not, but still, let us just assume it would be present, and so we would have to lose our Shadow Glow bonus die for eluding. Still, the rogue has 2 dice because of his Vanish tactic card, so let's roll the dice. We need at least 5, and yeah, we are lucky, so at least we resolved this very first error. The second thing I forgot is definitely not that bad, because I simply forgot to spawn a new blight at the location during the last turn, so let us simply do that. Let's draw another map card, and for the mountains, that's a desecration, of course. But still, as I mentioned, it's not a problem for the last round. This is definitely something we have to take care of during this round. During this turn, I think I will start with the wizard. And the wizard is not doing well at all. He's down at 0 secrecy, he's down to 1 grace, so for once he does not have to draw an event card. Isn't that nice? But of course he has to engage the necromancer during his event phase. He's not able to lose any more secrecy because he's already down to 0, so this is definitely something we can skip. But then we have to engage the necromancer, and the only real chance to do that is to elude it. And we need a 6 in order to elude. The wizard only has 1 die, so let's see, and that's a 4. So the wizard loses another grace. Still, he's alive, but he could not spend now another grace if he would take a wound. Then he would die. So I think that he will use his teleport action, that's exhaust, blah blah blah, to move directly to any location, gaining 2 secrecy. So for once, he gains 1 and 2 secrecy, and of course we will send the wizard down to the monastery. Again, I forgot to use the rune of clairvoyance, and I think I can still do that, come on. So this is a horde, and I think this is something we can keep on top of the deck. I think this shouldn't be a problem. I think we will continue with the rogue. The rogue is also down at 0 secrecy, so he has to engage the necromancer as well. We roll 2 dice because of his vanish ability, so we need a 6, and yeah, he was able to elude the necromancer. Awesome. I'm still feeling lucky, so again I will try to hit a blight here, and I will use the rogue. Unfortunately, he cannot lose another secrecy for his ambush tactic, so he's only allowed to roll 1 die here. So we will try to engage the desecration here, and we need a 4. And yeah, we are lucky. Hey, that's awesome. So this desecration is gone now, and as there is only this corruption blight in place, there is basically nothing we have to do for the end of turn. Then we come to the Druid. The Druid has to lose a secrecy because the necromancer is present, and then he has to draw the horde card. We already have it, or we already know it, and we have to compare this to our secrecy, and that's a large horde, so we will try to elude that here. We will use our camouflage tactic, so we need a 4 or more. Oh gosh, that not successful, so the Druid has to spend a grace in order not to take a wound. The next power the Druid will try to use is this Animal Companion, which lets him attack with 2 dice. And of course, we are trying to go for this Corruption Blight over there. So that means we can roll 2 dice, we need a 5 or more. And yeah, what a great roll. And this Corruption Blight is also destroyed. Hey man, that's really awesome. Of course, for the attack we have to lose another secrecy, but as there is no more blight present at this point in time, we don't have any end of turn event here as well. Then we come to the Knight. And the Knight, yeah, I think he has to lose 1 secrecy because of the Holy Relic. She would lose another secrecy because the Necromancer is present, but that's not possible. So again, we don't have to draw an event card. The Knight has to engage the Necromancer here. And I think I will just go with a normal tactic. And this tactic would be Charge, which lets her use 2 dice. And the good thing about that one is that it lets her roll 2 dice when fighting. And because of the Holy Relic, she could add 1 to the die roll. So a 6 would be a 7, for example. That's the only way how you can actually defeat the Necromancer. So let's roll our normal fighting dice. Remember, even if we are successful, we have not defeated the Necromancer. So that's a 1 and a 5. We can add 2 to the highest roll. So this is a 6, but this is not enough as the Necromancer has a 7. So the Knight has to spend 1 grace. Now it's her turn. She will now use her Charge tactic again, which lets her roll 2 fighting dice. And with these 2 fighting dice, we hope for a 6, and if we are able to roll a 6, then we defeated the Necromancer because of the Holy Relic. So let's really hope for the best here. And come on! I don't believe it! I was not cheating here, I promise you. I promise you that was original roll. Hey, we can add 1 to this one, so the Necromancer is defeated. And with the very last action for the heroes, for the Knight, she was able to take down the evil Necromancer. What a victory, I cannot believe it. Again, I have to tell you, this was absolutely pure luck. I was not doing too good here, I have to admit. So really during the next turn I had to move out the Rogue, maybe even the Druid, who is also already down again to only 2 grace and 2 secrecy. The Knight would have to face the Necromancer again. There would be 2 additional blights because of the darkness track. So this was absolutely pure luck that we rolled, I think, 3 out of 4 successes in this round here. I really cannot believe it. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Darkest Night. To be honest, I was not thinking that it would end so soon. I really was thinking, okay, this could go on for additional 2 weeks or so. I'm a bit sad, to be honest. So it was really a tense game, but on the other hand, I'm completely happy that it turned out this way. And yeah, hope you still enjoyed it, even if it's ended now very surprisingly and very soon, but successful. And yeah, I hope that I will see you again in one of my next playthroughs. In the meantime, the shipment of With an Inner Light expansion arrived, and I'm really tempted to do another playthrough sooner or later, including this expansion, including the new quest system, maybe taking a new character from this expansion. So I think this is definitely something I would consider. And if you would agree, if you want to see another playthrough with the expansion, whatever, let me know on my Facebook page, in my YouTube channel, or on Board Game Geek, and I will try to plan one as soon as possible. Again, I really hope you enjoyed my playthrough. I certainly did, and hope to see you all in one of my next playthroughs. And until then, bye bye.